was supposed to be just another spooky shoot for their growing YouTube channel. 3 friends, Kyle, Marcus, and Lena, had been chasing haunted legends across the East Coast, racking up views with every urban exploration video. But this one felt different from the start. The old Franklin Correctional Facility in Connecticut wasn't just abandoned, it was erased. No official records past 1982. No blueprints. Locals only spoke in whispers about it. They arrived on a cold Saturday evening in October. The sky was heavy, swollen with dark clouds. Kyle held the camera. Marcus checked their old maps. And Lena, the most skeptical of the 3, joked about ghosts before stepping over the rusted chain-link fence. Inside, the air was stale and unnaturally cold. Paint peeled from the walls in long, curled strips. Cell doors hung open like crooked jaws. They filmed everything: the graffiti, the busted lights, the silence that pressed against their ears like cotton. Then, Kyle's camera screen glitched. For a brief second, everything on the display was off. The timestamp read October 21st, 1978, 8:42 p.m. Marcus laughed it off. "Nice one, man. You edit this already?" But Kyle hadn't touched a thing, and the camera wouldn't stop rolling, even when he powered it off. Lena looked around. There was a sound now, like static, but layered under it, voices, orders, yelling, footsteps on metal grates. Then the fluorescent lights above them, which were clearly dead moments before, flickered to life, buzzing. The prison was waking up. Kyle instinctively raised the camera, now flickering between color and grainy black and white, like a dying VHS tape. The timestamp still glowed in the corner. October 21st, 1978, 8:44 p.m. "Someone's messing with us," Lena said, forcing a laugh. But even she couldn't hide the tremble in her voice. "No signal, no Wi-Fi," Marcus muttered, staring at his phone. "We're offline." From the cell block ahead came the sharp slam of a metal door. Then another. Echoes ricocheted down the hallway. They turned. No wind, no draft, no one there. But something was moving, breathing. The intercom above them crackled, long dead wires buzzing back to life. "All inmates, return to your quarters. Lights out in 5 minutes." The voice was clear, firm, and decades too late. Kyle's camera began streaming on its own. A small red, live indicator appeared in the top corner of the screen. "I didn't hit go live," Kyle said. "We're not even connected to the internet." Then, on Lena's phone, which had been dead minutes ago, a notification flashed. "You're live. 62 viewers watching." The screen showed them. The three of them standing inside the cell block. But something else was there too, in the background. A tall figure in correctional officer's uniform. Blurry, unmoving, just watching. "Who the hell is that?" Marcus whispered. They turned around. No one. The deeper they walked into the prison, the less it resembled ruins. The floors seemed cleaner. Fresh footprints in dustless corridors. Warm lights overhead. A faint scent of bleach and burnt coffee. But the world outside the barred windows remained the same. A dim, cold October night. "This place isn't just haunted," Lena said, staring at the glowing control panels that shouldn't have power. "It's looping, like it's stuck." On the wall was a bulletin board, untouched by time. A newspaper clipping hung, pinned in the center, yellowed and crisp. "October 21st, 1978. Riot erupts in Franklin Prison. 14 dead, 1 missing." Kyle looked closer. The missing man's photo had no name. Just, "Guys," Kyle said. "I think we're being watched." Suddenly the intercom blared again, louder this time. The voice distorted. "Visitors are not allowed after lights out." Lights exploded above them. A red alarm light began spinning down the corridor. "Run," Marcus said. They ran. They didn't stop running until they reached a narrow hallway marked East Wing, staff only. The air turned denser there, humid, almost suffocating. Pipes above hissed. Something dripped from the ceiling, leaving rust-red stains on the concrete floor. Kyle looked into the camera's monitor. The red live icon was still glowing. But now the viewer count had jumped. 347 people watching. No comments, no names, just eyes and the figure from before. It was closer now, standing in the background by the door they'd just entered through. Still unmoving, Lena tugged Kyle's sleeve. "You saw that, right?" "Yeah," he said. "It's not following us. It's just there." "No! It's getting closer every time we check the feed," Marcus said, It's like it only exists on camera. They pressed forward into the east wing. It looked untouched, like someone had been maintaining it. Desks were organized, chairs upright, coffee-stained memos on clipboards. It felt used. Lena found a metal cabinet labeled Inmate Incidents, Oct. 1978. Inside, files, photos, reports. One photograph made her freeze. A still image, black and white, of 3 young people, 2 men and a woman, standing in the exact spot they stood now, wearing the same clothes. It was them. Marcus turned pale. "Is this a joke?" "It's real," Lena said. "This was taken 47 years ago." Suddenly, the intercom came alive again. "Order has broken down. All units prepare for lockdown. Warden is missing." The lights went off. Total blackness. Then, buzz. The emergency lights kicked in, flickering red. Kyle looked into his camera again. The figure had moved. It was right behind them. He spun around. Nothing. But Lena screamed. Her phone vibrated violently, screen flickering between apps. Then, opening a YouTube live chat window. "You shouldn't be here. Run. He's coming." She dropped the phone. More messages poured in, faster than humanly possible. Hundreds per second. All variations of one thing. "He sees you." And footsteps echoed down the hallway. Heavy boots, measured, slow. The red lights pulsed in time with each step. Marcus backed away toward a locked door. "We need to hide." They burst into an old office labeled Warden J. Holloway. Inside, dust-covered monitors flickered to life. Every screen showed them live from different angles. But it wasn't from Kyle's camera. These were security feeds, except the timestamps were all wrong. October 21st, 1978, 9:19 p.m. Exactly now, a shadow passed in front of one of the monitors. A man's silhouette, tall and rigid, with a twisted, unnatural posture. Then a voice filled the room, deep, slow, and not from the intercom, from inside their minds. "You wanted to see what happened here. Now you're part of it." The door slammed shut behind them. The warden's office was thick with a humming energy, like static crawling beneath the skin. Lena backed toward a filing cabinet and opened it in desperation. Inside, more files dated October 21st, 1978. But each document had the same 3 photos paper-clipped to it. Their photos. Grainy, black and white, faces twisted in fear. One of them, the last one, showed Marcus screaming, blood on his shirt, Lena slumped behind him, and Kyle missing. No, no. This Kyle grabbed his head. A loud, sharp frequency pulsed in his ears, making him drop the camera. Through the viewfinder, they could still see the hallway, but it was daytime there. Clean. Guards walking by. "We're watching the past," Marcus said. "The camera. It's looking through time." Lena turned toward the monitors. They weren't showing them anymore. They were showing 3 others, dressed in similar clothes, running the same path they had taken. Only they were panicking. One fell. One got dragged into the dark. The last one screamed into the camera before static took over. Kyle checked the battery. Not recording. The feed wasn't coming from them. It was looping, repeating, and they had stepped into it. The walls in the east wing trembled. Pipes burst, releasing a sharp chemical smell. The sirens wailed again, but distorted, like laughter caught in reverb. Marcus bolted, unable to take it anymore, and disappeared down the corridor. The others shouted after him, but the hallway swallowed his voice. Then silence. Then a scream. When Lena and Kyle reached the corridor, all that was left was Marcus's camera, still streaming. They picked it up. His last frame, the warden. A man in a long officer's coat, face obscured by static, standing behind Marcus. Not touching him, just watching. Then Kyle's live stream glitched. The viewer count rose, 872 watching, and a new message appeared on the screen. "Welcome." Lena began to piece it together. The prison, it's broadcasting. Not just signal, it's pulling in observers. "Like a haunted live stream?" Kyle said, hands shaking. "Worse. Every time someone watches, the loop restarts. And if they're close enough, it pulls them in. That means," Kyle trailed off, realization creeping in. They weren't the first. They were just the newest version. Lena opened the final drawer in the warden's desk. Inside, a single VHS tape labeled "Failed Escape." Subjects number 62 to 64. Below it, 3 names. Not theirs. By familiar. She looked at Kyle. They've done this before. The feed on the main monitor changed. It showed the prison gates. Daylight. Their car parked outside. The footage zoomed. Someone sat there. It was Lena. But she was still in the room. The ceiling lights flickered one by one. A sharp, metallic clang echoed above. The warden's steps grew louder again. Lena grabbed Kyle. We have to break the loop. We can't finish it like the others did. How? No one can watch it. If the camera's the portal, we have to end the stream. Kyle hesitated. But what if this is the only proof we ever existed? She looked into his eyes. Then we die, unknown, but free. Kyle nodded. They opened the camera settings. The end stream button blinked. As Kyle reached out, the warden appeared in the doorway, filling it with Epilogue 2024. A young content creator walks past the rusted gates of the old Holloway Correctional Facility. He sets down his camera, adjusts his microphone, and checks his phone. He clicks Go Live. The signal connects. 0 viewers. Then 1 watching. A new comment appears. Welcome back.